Hey, what's up, guys? This is your Electronic Eyes Cat. You're on the Real News Talk channel. Rate, comment, subscribe. So, I just received some information in regards to the whole Christina Grimmie incident. I know I made my final video and thoughts about Christina Grimmie a few days ago, but now that I've received new updates in regards to that, it turns out that the guy that shot her, Kevin James Loibl, was obviously obsessed with her, just like all the other past killers when they were obsessed with their favorite celebrity that they claimed to be before they killed them. So this guy right now, right, he used to work at Target, I believe. No, Best Buy. Yeah, that's it. He used to work at Best Buy, and his employees must have said that how this guy would constantly listen to her music while he was at work, and he told everybody that how he would one day marry her, right, in his little fantasy world, in his little fucked up mind. And when they told him that she'd already had a boyfriend, the guy was fucking enraged. You know, that's when the hate and the frustrations started building up inside him. And that's what led to him going miles and miles to go and kill her at her meet and greet signing. Which is fucking pathetic. It's really, really stupid. Like I've said in my previous video, this guy was a nutcase. He was living in a fantasy world, and he even went as far as to having fucking plastic surgery, reconfiguring his face just to win his affection over her. And for Christina Grimmie to welcome him with open arms, getting ready to hug the guy while it was his turn to meet her, he pulls out a gun and shoots her. He pulls out a stunt like that, just so that no guy can get with Christina Grimmie in the future. And the only way for those two to connect with each other is by killing her and himself in the process. Well, I doubt that they're together because this guy's burning in hell right now. His spirit is gone. His spirit is in hell. Christina Grimmie, on the other hand, is in heaven. She's gone back home to the Lord. Because Christina Grimmie, as most of you don't know, some of you do know who were fans of Christina Grimmie, she was very, very religious. She believed in the Lord. She had faith. She had faith in God. She was a strong believer. And she stuck by what she believed in. And basically she was having issues as well while she was on tour and doing her music thing, and had problems with boyfriends and stuff like that. She decided to do her music and focus on that instead of getting into any sort of relationship for the time being. And she did just that. And for this motherfucking psycho, I don't know how he even got into the building, you know, but he just decided to go in the building with his gun and just shoot her. Like, the security that night, I don't know where the fuck they were at. I don't even know if there was security at the door, let alone in the meet and greet room. Because there should have been security, because if there was security, I'm sure they would have searched everybody and, you know, made sure that there was no fucking sign of weapons or anything, like if they were to set up a metal detector. But I guess that they were unprepared at the time. They didn't know, because obviously not everything can be prevented. So they probably thought it was just like a little meet and greet thing because they were all kids. But like I said in the past, it doesn't matter whether you're a kid or if you're an adult. Kids are capable of murder just as well as adults are. So you can't put murder past anybody. And this guy was basically an adult. He was a 27-year-old man who lived 100 miles away from the shooting scene. I don't know if her manager was there, but I know that her brother was there. It seemed to me that the brother was the only security there at the time. Hence why he took down the shooter. Because say if the brother wasn't there, right, and somebody else were to assist her, can you imagine what would have happened? maybe more tragedies would have happened. We probably would have heard more deaths. Maybe he would have turned around and shoot some of the fans as well. He would have killed a bunch of people and then went back home. But instead, the brother tackled the shooter, and then the shooter, I don't know, somehow managed to escape the struggle and shoot himself in the head or whatever the fuck. He shot himself, and I don't really give a fuck. But I know he's in hell right now, and he's nowhere near Christina Grimmie. And what happened that night was fucked up because, like I said, security were very incompetent. They should have been more tougher and more alert with what the hell was going on. Why didn't they stop the guy when he pulled out the gun? Why weren't they watching him? Let alone searching fans. But obviously, with some meet and greets, they don't do that. They don't search fans. Because I've been to some meet and greets before where I've met a few celebrities and we wasn't searched. You know, we were just let in. As long as we had a wristband to go in, we could go in. But none of us were searched. So I think it was one of those events where you didn't have to be searched. So that's why the guy took advantage. But obviously, before you enter a concert, you will be searched. So maybe, right, this is what could have happened. Maybe he may have entered the building, right, entered the concert without the weapons, right, and when the event finished and the meet and greet was about to take place afterwards, shortly, he must have exited the building, went to his car, and grabbed his weapons, and then went back into the building and claimed that he was allowed to be a part of the meet and greet. So that's when he had the chance to probably hide his weapons in his pocket or whatever. And he was acting all strange, obviously, according to fans that were stood behind him and everything. He was just acting very, very shady and very nervous and just looking around as if he was just looking for something to do. Like, he just looked really bored or whatever the fuck. And then, now they're in the meet and greet. The next thing you know, when it was his turn, I'll say it again, she opened the guy with open arms, getting ready to hug the guy, greet the guy. And then what does he do? He brings out a gun and shoots her. Again, where the fuck was security? Why wasn't security at present if security wasn't even there? Or wherever the fuck they were. Where the hell was security? Why did security do their jobs properly? Why did it take her brother to take down the guy and prevent him from killing other people? Why? See, it makes me question whether this whole thing was an inside job or what, because I'm starting to think that this whole thing was a setup. This whole thing was pre-planned. They probably planned Christina's death on a sly, but they're not going to tell you that. I know word is already spreading that the Illuminati, like, she was a sacrifice for the Illuminati somehow. I don't really know. But somehow, some way, this could have easily been an inside job. Maybe they knew, right? Maybe they hired the killer to actually go and shoot that girl. And the original plan was for him to return home without any traces, because how comes the scene wasn't recorded? How comes nobody recorded the meet and greet at the time? Where's the CCTV? How comes there's no footages of the scene that took place? Nothing. Like, even at her memorial, like her funeral, like, I didn't see no casket or anything like that. I didn't see the casket when I watched it. I didn't really watch all of it. Maybe the casket was there, obviously, because it's a funeral and the casket is placed somewhere in the church. Maybe I didn't look properly, but nothing was recorded at the scene that night. No fans recorded it. No clips of nothing. We just saw like a couple of photos where she took pictures with fans for the last time. That's about it. That's as close as we saw to seeing the whole thing. So it's totally fucked up, and we only see one picture of the shooter. We don't see no other picture of the guy, but that one picture. So it raises a lot of eyebrows. There's something fishy going on. Like, why was she taken out the way she was taken out? Why? Is it because of, she had faith in the Lord? Is it because of her religious beliefs? Is that why they took her out? Is that why she was made to be sacrificed? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Just like everybody else. Because her death don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then the Orlando shooting as well. I think that's an inside job as well. Because how can one guy kill 50 people? One man. And then you had security all over the damn place. Especially in a gay nightclub where you have a bunch of security all over the place. How would it take one guy to kill 50 people? That don't make no fucking sense. Was he hiding somewhere? Was he hiding somewhere with a rifle, with an automatic gun, and start spraying people? And how did they know it was 50 people who died? You see, this whole thing don't make any sense. And then now they're saying that the shooter was gay himself and he was attending gay bars for years and years and years and all this propaganda and whatnot. There's a lot of confusion in that field. None of it makes sense. The Orlando shooting don't make sense because how comes there weren't no body bags carried out during that scene? We just saw a few injured people outside the Orlando shooting. But we never saw any body bags. See, no ambulance. Just people being attended to by other people. That's all I saw. And how comes nobody filmed the shooting? It's like everything's just been hidden. Just like the whole Christina Grimmie thing. I think something's been hidden, but they don't want to say. These two events, these two tragic events don't make any sense. It don't add up to me. And now everybody wants to use this for gun control when they should have done that a long time ago. Why does it take something like this to act on gun control? I think it's too late for that now. There's no point even trying to debate on gun control in America because so many people, millions of people in America have guns, and it's going to be very, very hard to confiscate guns now. Because even if you confiscate guns in the United States, people will get them illegally. People will find ways of getting them. You understand what I'm saying? Just like in England, even though there's gun control in the UK, there was a British Labour MP called Jo Cox. She got shot by a hardcore British fanatic. She got shot and stabbed. Yet there's gun control in England. But he got it privately. He got the gun privately. You understand what I'm saying? So people will gain access to guns regardless. It doesn't matter whether they confiscate it or not. Guns, you can't get rid of guns. Because criminals will always find access to guns. And that's what I believe. So you can throw that debate out the window because it's not going to work. It's far too late for that. And this year is probably one of the worst years in this decade. One of the worst, if not the worst. So many tragedies. So many conspiracies. You name it. I don't know what you think of the whole Christina Grimmie situation and the whole Orlando shooting. I know a lot of people are saying that it was an inside job, and I'm starting to believe that myself. I'm starting to believe that the whole thing was just a way of gaining gun control. They will stage things, like what a lot of people are saying about the inside job thing. It was a false flag attack. Possibly a false flag attack. I'm not saying that it was definitely fake, but there's a huge possibility of it being actually staged. So it's always good to do your research before jumping to conclusions and believing whatever the media tells you, because sometimes the media can spread a whole heap of lies and make you believe something that isn't really real. So you need to educate yourself before believing in what somebody else says. Because all it takes the media to say one thing like that, and then the whole world starts believing in it without them doing their own research and studying the situation and what they see and what they hide. You know. But as far as the Christina Grimmie incident is concerned, you know, it's very, very sad because they have not had a scenery like that in such a very long time. Like, I know John Lennon got killed by a fanatic. Rebecca Schaefer, she got killed in 1989 by a fanatic as well, who has been trying to meet this girl who he's been fascinated about for 3 years, from 86 to 89. You know, and when these fanatics don't get what they want, thinking that they're gonna get with the celebrity that they like, they go out their way to actually take their own life. It's not for a human being to take another human being's life. That's God's work. God decides when you exit this earth, not a human being. And when you do that, when you take another person's life, you're going straight to hell, whether you kill yourself or not. So, you know, killing is wrong. Killing is unacceptable. And it just creates a lot of destruction and mourning and a lot of sadness. It's just fucking crazy. It really is. We already have racism flowing around in the world, especially in the Western society. People judging people based on the colour of their skin, being discriminated against because of the way that they talk, the way that they present themselves and whatnot. It's totally fucked up. Too many fake people out there. That's why you gotta be careful. Mind how you go out there these days. Because people may smile in your face, but doesn't mean that they like you. So be very, very careful with who you interact with out there. Because you will get more enemies than you will get people that will like you. Because people in this world right now, don't really like anybody anymore. You know, they've been trained to hate. They've been told things by people. You know, they're listening to people who spread negative shit about other people, and then they're believing in it. So they automatically start hating on that person because of what they heard from that person. That's how fucked up this world is. And you wonder why there's chaos. You wonder why people go out and kill other people. And you wonder why people go crazy. Because people like to spread false fucking rumors and tell lies on other people. Make accusations. Spread false rumors so other people can hate that person. That is wrong. People, you know, treating others the way they don't want to be treated. Just because their life is full of shit. And the other person's life is progressing because of their hard work. And they're trying to get by in life. And they want to take that away from them. Because they want that person to be on that other person's level. Or even lower. You know, shit's getting worse every day. And like I said, I don't know what it's going to be like over the next 6 months. It might be worse or it might be better. I don't know. But from the looks of things, I don't think it's going to get any better. I remember people saying last year that 2016 is going to be a great year. Well, they were wrong. It's more like the worst year. So that's why I don't say that, oh, this year is going to be better than this year. I'm not going to say that, because you don't know what the next year has in store for the future. You don't know that. So I count every year as a blessing. I just live by day and go with the flow, because you never know what can happen tomorrow. Things can turn out to be good and things can turn out to be really, really bad. So it doesn't matter what year you're in, what day, what month, what week, what minute. Shit can change within a split sec without you knowing it. Things can end within a blink of an eye. So don't think that you're 100% safe, because I hate to break it to you, nobody's safe. So just do you, don't watch face, and fuck the haters, fuck negativity, and try and find peace within yourself, because this world right now, there is no peace. We live in an injustice world. We live in a prejudice world. We live in a world where people bully each other, pick on each other, fucking with each other. Anyhow, until it's too late. Until either the person commits suicide or ends up killing other people. It can end two ways. So be careful how you treat people, because the way you treat people determines how far you go in life. And that's real talk. Try and spread love and peace. Then this world will be a better place. When you spread hate, when you spread misery, when you spread false rumors, and try and turn other people against other people, then you're going to cause destruction and chaos amongst yourself. And all that fire could turn around and bite you on the ass. And you're not going to like the outcome of it, because every action has consequences. You know, you can't go around bullying people and treating people anyhow and dictate the consequences and expect that person not to fight back. It don't work that way. Eye for an eye. Every action has a reaction. Remember that. Now, besides that, Christina Grimmie has been put to rest. Her funeral was on Friday, or like I've mentioned indirectly already about the whole casket thing, but yeah, she's in a better place and she doesn't have to go through pain or betrayal or suffering anymore. There's a reason why God took her home that nobody knows, and we're in no position to question God's authorities, because we don't know who's next. So all we gotta do is live our own lives to the max, you know. And like I said, just spread love and peace. Then everybody will be happy. So that's all I gotta say for now. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, @RetronicIceCat. Subscribe to my other channel, Mr. IceCat, where I cover other videos and music as well. So until my next video, stay safe, spread love, treat people the way you want to be treated, and you'll get respect. Peace.